YouTube, this is Ithikial doing a combat mission during action report. A multiplayer match against Slim, Poland versus German Army. And this is the first turn. We don't think there'll be a lot of action, not at this stage. But yes, we are off. We are off in a multiplayer battle. It will be... I forgot to... Okay, talk about that after. We're off in our battle. I've got 2 companies infantry and a reinforced platoon of tanks, Shermans and Fireflies, and we've got to take a whole bunch of objectives, or at least most of them. Not really much else to say. And what's going on here is when I was deploying in the previous video, I forgot to start these mortar teams being not deployed, so I had to pack up first before they actually moved. A bit of a delay, but it's alright, we'll live. The only real risk here is some of these tanks get spotted by some lucky sight, but given the heavy fog, I think that is not going to happen. Not even a single sound contact from the enemy. So at the moment, nothing to report. Okay, YouTube, we are back. I am just going to be skipping through. I've skipped about a good 15 minutes or so of game time. The reason being is it's really nothing's happened. But this is the first turn where we do get first contact, and there it is right there. So I think it's just some infantry on this left flank of mine. It looks like they're moving down the road here in through these trees for cover. And this starts to... It's only one contact, I know, but it is... The first contact in this type of weather environment is quite significant, I think, because I now know where he's possibly heading. I mean, he could be behind the buildings as well in the centre, but it gives me an idea of how far forward he's progressed, and also which flank he is focusing on. So after this turn, there's been quite a few turns since this one. After this turn, it's a case of I will be focusing on my right flank because of this single contact. Yeah, the fact it's an infantry contact, you don't really send an infantry squad out by itself. So I'm thinking he's got. I can start to get this idea. He likes this side of the map better than this side, for some reason. So yeah, that's that one significant point from that turn. Elsewhere on the map, we've got this forces set up here. So I've got 4th Platoon manning the buildings and the HQ here. Basically got a mortar mission from back here, right back near the battalion. So some 81mm mortars to line that up there. It's about a 9-minute delay to bring those in from memory. 8 minutes here, so 9 minutes now. Yeah, and I'm thinking this line of trees here, as well as I believe it's these lines of trees here. I think they're going to... I'm preparing that area for a saturation, because I think that's going to be where he's going to set up a base of fire to oversee these 2 bridge objectives, which I've always thought are going to be the main fighting point going into this battle. So that's my thinking at this point in the battle. Okay, we're back. Another couple of minutes has gone by, and we get further contacts in this turn. Nothing further on that left flank, but still hasn't changed my thoughts. But we come under fire in the centre here. So some long range MG fire, heavy machine gun team, obvious position for it. End up taking a casualty, lose the radio operator. But here, bam, 75mm gun opens up into the building. My poor Polish troops here are in all sorts of strife. It is long range. It hurts, but it's not close range death. So these guys do have a chance of actually pulling back. I knew going into these buildings would be a risk. It's an obvious target point, but at least it's also done what I intended, and that was draw out the enemy here. So these buildings had no, I'm pretty sure both had, they've got no front walls here, so making spotting infantry as silhouettes here would be a little bit easier for the Germans. And sure enough, they do. They spot them pretty damn quickly within inside a minute, even in this poor weather. But obviously, either it's on purpose, or especially it's either on purpose or my opponent has forgotten to put his cover arcs on, because this heavy machine gun opens up automatically as soon as it spots infantry, and that's followed soon after by the 75mm gun, which is set up obviously here to look down this main railway and cross this bridge against any tanks. Perfect area there to get any Shermans or anything charging down the railway line. So good positioning there. But it's opened up. I know now where it is. It's opened up and smacked into this building. Keep in mind, for a little bit of newbie tip, as soon as those AT guns and mortars really open fire, they're like sending out flares about where they are. So the opponent will very, very quickly get sound contacts or visual contact in that case. So it's pretty easy. What I was going to do after this, it was simply retarget some of my mortar missions to try and take out that gun. Huge, long delays, I know, but it does take an awful long time to pack up a AT gun and move it. So I'm just hoping I can catch him in the open there. So yeah, that was that turn, so some further contact. As well, sorry, I've got enemy mortars coming down around me. You'll see this in the following turns, but it's only smoke rounds. I think he's just trying to smoke out this central hotel objective here to prevent it being used as a spotting point for the short term. It's not really a long-term solution, I don't think. But yeah, you'll see the smoke build there. And on this left flank, I've got my forces here all starting to line up. My flanking platoon out here is on the tree line, and this platoon here is overlooking this ford and road bridge. No further contact yet. And I've got heavy machine guns now set up as well, ready to shoot anything that comes, or they're going to be set up, go shooting down this road. On the right flank, got some Shermans all still hiding away, but I don't think it's in this turn, but I do notice that these guys are all deployed, but yeah, you get out of contact, even though I've got the battalion HQ next to them. I realise it's got a broken link still. Not that one, I don't think, is it? One of them is, sorry. Yeah, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but I do move this battalion commander back, but it still keeps these guys out of contact with their radio guy, or the orders from other platoons. They're not relaying through the battalion HQ, so I do end up bringing up these mortars up to join their own organic company. And on this right flank, the fact I've still got no contacts of that AT gun is very, very uplifting. And you'll see me soon push across here to try and get onto the opponent's side of the river. And that's where we stand at this point in time. Okay, back in, just the exact following turn, still coming under fire from MG42, but the AT gun has gone a little bit silent.
Fire mission request.
I think it's a case of just blasting this building with an MG, hoping to get lucky. And my squad there is pulling out, just crawling to safety, same as this HQ over here. So he's got the objective of bringing in that mortar fire. I did race these guys pretty hard. They are awfully tired.
Fire mission request. Let's save it out.
And I think giving the MGs a chance to catch their breath from memory or something like that. Sure enough, just more of the same, and we'll push on to the next turn. Okay, it's just the following turn. Still coming under fire, but I'm largely safe now. I've got a whole building in front of me and the enemy. It seems to be focused, I think it's just area fire on the buildings at this point, because my two HQs are on either flank in craters. And they're not really coming under serious fire. They're getting a bit of suppression from nearby, or he is. But some type of explosion. I think that's my own spotting rounds, actually, from memory. But as I was saying, yeah, you see here that a little bit of suppression, not too much. And I think that's still the AT gun. He's ordered that to start firing, or it could be a mortar, actually,
Fire
doing direct
mission
fire.
request. Receive
But,
it.
yeah, it's into the buildings. No real damage just yet. Just going to hope that building doesn't collapse under the pressure, because that could be a problem with the blast and all that. But other than that, haven't got too many concerns at this point. Okay, back again for the following turn, and the centre keeps coming under fire, but still has no further damage or anything. The left flank starts to really liven up, however, with spots, not with shooting just yet. First enemy armour contact. It looks like it's a heavy tank of some kind. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, at this point I'm thinking, has he really brought a single Tiger or something for the points? I mean, he's probably sunk a lot of points into one armour piece. But that single vehicle could probably lock down an entire road, looking at this map. Because remember, we both did get previews of the map before we purchased our forces. So I'm thinking maybe he bought a Tiger or something. He's going to sit at this T-junction and just cover that entire approach. Very valid tactic. However, that's an awful lot of points, even for a single Tiger, or even a Panther. Would be maybe not Panther, but yeah, a Tiger or a King Tiger. An awful lot of points just for a quick battle of this size. So yeah, something to start to think about. Also getting a few more infantry contacts up here. They have a race through the woods here by the looks of it, and that's good. I like them getting into those woods, come under fire real soon from my waiting riflemen. But also, I think what I do here is reposition my shots. So there's that fire mission I spoke about before to cover off in that base of fire location. I bring that back in. It's not a perfect adjustment because I can't really just get into those woods because it's a nice thick undergrowth and thick canopy, so I can't see far in. But I do change it for a small area target here. So bring in 81mm mortars on these infantry contacts' heads. I'm thinking best case scenario probably 2 squads I can probably catch here. Worst case scenario probably a squad that's been split up into fire teams. So yeah, still worth it. It will definitely give my opponent a pause for thought if he immediately comes under mortar fire. So fingers crossed I can pin him with the rifles and let the mortars do the work. I'm pretty happy with the MGs. I do have some tank support still back here. Got some Fireflies and Shermans waiting. So I'll see what that tank does before I commit them. Yeah, or I could bring the tanks around on this railway line once that AT gun is destroyed. So that's what I'm weighing up at the moment, but I'm not going to commit the Shermans just yet. Other than that, not too much else. Just got the movement order over here, a bit of a scouting force going to cross that fjord, and yeah, and basically start pushing ahead with securing probably this objective to give me the little edge in the victory point department. So there we go, that's where I am. Okay, we're back after a couple of minutes. It did go awfully quiet for a few minutes there, so I've skipped those and jumped ahead. On basically what we've got here though is a few more contacts in infantry. So sure enough, they are, even though I did move that fire mission, they are using that as a base of fire line with at least one squad, and we've got more sound contacts moving into these woods. What is a little bit concerning, however, is I've now got a truck contact over here with a 75mm pack gun. I'm guessing they're trying to load them up and move it before I react. I don't know, I think here, yeah, so I think it's still in spotting rounds, but with all that smoke around, it's going to be a little bit hard, so that smoke mission is paying off for him. But I don't know if expending all those smoke rounds or all those off-map support or even on-map support just to protect one AT gun would be worth it. Probably not a good trade-off in my book, but that's just my thoughts. We'll just see how this one progresses. I have moved up 2 of the tanks that were back here at this, what do you call it, a funny T-junction. The Firefly in front, and with his 76mm or 17 pounder, just angling this way, covering this road. You can actually spot this road. So if that German tank decides to advance, yeah, still back here, so it's a while to go, but if it decides to come around here, it's dead. And I've got another Sherman, just a normal Sherman, aiming down the road, just in case it spots anything into that building or that crossing that T-junction. And they're generally well concealed by this building, so they're pretty safe. Meanwhile, over here. Got our spots with the rifles. So they open up immediately over here and can get the jump on some Jerrys. Can't confirm any kills yet, but fingers crossed, eh? And on the right flank, this action has gone very well, and so I'm starting to cross over with the entire platoon, and very, very soon after that I'll be crossing over with the other platoon back here, and really fanning out to push into this would be the east side of the town here. I think that's not right. No, sorry, south side of town. Yep, I'm looking north now, so south side of town. Come in this way. I don't want to push too hard there. If I do hit contact, I don't want to start bleeding troops in urban combat. So not on a map like this. It's not worth it for a minimum victory point situation. However, if I do get there first, or I can get and contest it on this side here around the church, I will, because that forces the enemy to react and push ahead to into my waiting guns. And I think that's where we are. Okay, skipped a turn or so, but we've got some more contact on this side. A bit more really heating up now in the shorter small arms department, and also the heavy caliber guns. We'll hear those soon. But battle is truly joined. And I think it's this turn. Yeah, we've got some Jerry hiding out in this dense forest here. Only spotting the two men so far. You hear the big guns going off behind me. It sounds like I'm actually getting a few hits on guys I can't see. You hear that little screams and up close here. So those big guns you're hearing is quite simply, well, not this one, that it's that assault gun, 75mm assault gun, Stug, and I've lost the sound contact, but I do know it's coming from back here. So it wasn't that pack gun on the other side of the map firing at this building. I think you'll hear it again really soon. Yep. Smack. So there's another. I think there's still another gun here. That first armoured contact. It could be another Stug. Yeah. So that I don't think that's the first contact we saw. It hasn't come around through here. That is another armoured vehicle. That is something awfully heavy, but I think it is just 75mm gun. So I think he's got at least two Stugs, probably another 2 or 3 lying around here somewhere. Laying around here. English, laying. Yeah, so I know I've got 2 heavy armoured pieces to take out now. But yeah, he's firing on this building. I think he's trying to take it down actually, to deny me a vantage point, but it's not really going to do too much, I don't think. I'm not too worried. Waste those high explosive shells. Shooting up at ruins is good. It means those shells aren't coming towards my infantry in later stages of this fight. Got some infantry contacts running across HQ of all things. So you'll see this Sherman's about to open up and try and get lucky with a bit of a quick 15-second burst in this area. You'll see that next turn. And we've got that platoon across very, very safely, so I'll be moving everyone up as well on the right flank. And we'll push on to the next turn. Okay, we're off again. And that quick shot goes a little high, unfortunately. But we see probably a platoon strength is racing across this map. I think he's spotted my flanking force on the right here and is trying to react to it. So I think he's really loaded up his right flank, or my left, and he's sort of forsaken this right flank. I think he's had an AT gun initially there just to cover it from armoured vehicles, and he's probably got a very, very light force he's trying to hold it with. So my very early initial suspicion that he's had the left flank loaded up there was accurate, at least so far. Could be proven wrong later, but yeah, I think he's playing the reactive game at this point rather than still dictating all the shots. Words will come out eventually. And yeah, my spotting round's getting closer on both sides, so I think we'll see some of my mortars try and hit that gun position soon, if it hasn't already moved, and also hit over here with this infantry. No casualties on my side just yet with this gunfight, however, down here again, because I'm pretty sure this turn I got someone. Rifle fire across the river. I think it's just a knockane on there. Oh no, that's G43. Oh, got him. One semi-automatic rifleman down. So that's good. So my poles are hanging in there. And as I said, I think it's going all right. So they aren't moving yet. That's right. I think I probably ordered them to move after this turn. That's right. And they'll all move forward. Okay, and that's where we are. I think I'll end this part of the video series here, and we'll push on again once there is another whole set of turns done. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, subscribe, leave comments below, and I'll see you all again real soon. Thanks for watching.